going on? It is your boy Christian Riego and
Motherfucker, I've been modified 45 minutes like a Mordecai. I ain't regular, feel like Jordan wearing 45. Traumatized with the mind.
Talk show. Yo, what is going on, guys? It is your boy here, Christian Riego, back at it again with the 20th episode.
20 episode already. FIFA Pimp Diego. Shout out everybody. And today we are here with
Ricky Gomez.
Kai.
And
yeah, we're just chilling today. So we got Ricky here today. He's our special guest. I just wanted to introduce you to like the audience and stuff. Like, you know, just give a little context of like who you are, Ricky Gomez.
Sure thing. Well, Ricky Gomez. I'm here from Sturgis, obviously, and I'm the owner here at Eclipse Window Tint PPF here in town.
Yeah.
So how long you been in business? You're a local business owner, and I mean you're Latino. So how's it? How long have you been in business, and how has that been throughout the years?
Well, it's definitely been a journey. We've been tinting since 2012, and legally in business since 2017. So being a Latino, trying to have a business here in town, I think it's pretty awesome. It makes us stand out a little bit more, and we take pride in what we do. So I feel pretty awesome about that. Yep.
All right, to break off the ice a little bit, how's everyone's day today? How are you guys like doing?
who wants to start off real quick?
Like, what
If
did you
nobody
guys
wants
do today?
to, all right, I'll go ahead.
What did you guys do today?
Straight work. It's been a while since I've seen my Amish friends, my old crew. So I went to work with them for a little bit. Spent the most of the day there pretty much, and then shower straight here to work again. That's pretty much it.
Much you?
Yeah, same thing.
Much
We
it.
went to work, we grind hard, and then got home, relaxed a little bit, seeing the family, and then came straight here. So pretty cool.
Hell yeah.
I was doing construction today. I got called out to some construction with my cousin, and that got a little bit extended. I worked for a bit longer than what I wished, but fair enough. Getting paid. Went home, chilled, watched a movie, and now we're here.
We're here back at it.
That's dope.
So how do you guys feel about the snow? For the viewers, we got like 4 or 6 inches of snow these past 2 days.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not a fan of the snow, bro. Honestly, it just like makes me want to stay inside more and just like edit.
I've gotten used to it, honestly. I think over the years, pretty much grew up here. So over
Yeah.
the years, I think we mentally get prepped, and then
Dude, like I've been living in the Philippines, and dude, like just coming
Tropical
from like
weather.
a humid ass like place, it's like, bro, coming to like a cold ass place, it's like
for
different.
sure.
You, Diego, how do you feel about the snow?
To be honest, it's pretty. I'm not gonna lie to you. It looks pretty, man. Like when you're out in the countryside, a lot of trees, but it is a little inconvenient sometimes. But we're in Michigan. What can you do about it? It's part of it.
But
my shit
let's
about
pick
that.
it off where
About that.
we were at asking questions for Ricky. So
Hit him with one.
yeah, what were you asking again earlier? What your like most book service right now is?
Yeah, definitely. Right now, obviously we're a window tint shop, so that's kind of our main focus there. Ceramic coating and paint protection
Yeah.
film is the hot one right now. Everybody's trying to get their vehicles paint protection film installed, and it's out there for sure.
How long does that last, bro? Like the film, like
Think of it
if you really put it like
as
to-
Wolverine,
Yeah.
It's kind of how I like to describe it. It's like Wolverine paint protection, because it'll get rock chips, you'll get scratches, and then it'll just kind of self-heal. So it's got a 10-year warranty through Expel, so it's pretty awesome. It's some good stuff. Kyra's obviously kind of familiar with it too, and
Yeah.
pretty proud of it. It's a good, great product out there.
We're repping the Eclipse merch right now.
That's right, you got that. Got the swag on Eclipse.
Yeah, for those of you that don't know, I'm also employed with Ricky.
That's right.
I
Yeah.
work with him on the side, try to get some workout. Unfortunately, right now, business is kind of slow, but, we're still pushing it, putting in work, getting what we can.
That's right. Kyra does a phenomenal job with us out there in the shop. And like I said, right now, wintertime is always just kind of slow. So family time is always important.
How did you guys what's your how did you think about hiring him, or how did that come along?
Dude, that's
did
actually
you
pretty
know,
awesome. Good question.
Did you know him?
I actually, I
before?
knew Kai for sure. Yep,
Yeah.
I had known him before. We had somewhat of a, good relationship already because he used to do some tints on the side as well. So I used to sell him pre-cut kits.
Yeah.
And kind of came in, and great attitude, great guy. I can tell his work ethic was just there. So one day I approached him and asked him to join the team. Ever since, one of the best decisions we've made as a shop. He's a great worker and great guy, great attitude. He's got that grind every day. So, yeah, pretty.
Being like a small business owner, do you find how did you know that it was like a step to like getting an employee, right? Like hiring your first or whatnot, start working with someone or whatnot.
Yeah, no, definitely. I think obviously besides my wife, it had been 10 years just her and I back and forth, and the step came, and I think supply and demand was a big thing in 2020, 2021 for all of us, and that's when Kai came in and definitely played a role.
Yeah. And give a little context to the audience, in your because you obviously got to the point where as a small business you're by yourself, and now you got this person that you're just pushing out way more stuff, and especially because like you said that Kai is
Sure thing.
he has good work ethic and stuff.
Yeah, no, it's amazing what you can do when you find the right help.
Yeah.
I think we pretty much, I want to say we went from doing 3 to 5 cars a day to doing probably 5 to sometimes 7, 8 cars a day, depending on the services that we're performing. But no, it's definitely great to have the help when it's needed. So,
okay. I want to ask you, what's your what made you start Eclipse? Honestly, because you still do the same thing that you do, right? You still work in a.
Yeah, it's kind of, I think I find it very interesting, and as a young guy that I was back then, I mean, I'm still young, but
yeah, no, definitely.
Well, just being broke, I think everybody has been there, and I'm not afraid to say it because I think it's important to remember where we come from.
Yep.
I had just gotten married. I was 19, got married, and we were just struggling, and trying to make it out there, and so we kind of started remembering, what we could do the best and try to come up with something. So back in my teenager years, I think we started tinting 1 or 2 cars here and there, and just personal vehicles, couldn't afford to pay with. So I remember going out to AutoZone or Walmart buying tint. Yeah. and just
gotta start small.
Yeah, I gotta start small, just not giving up. And eventually that just kind of became a hassle, and friends, family, and everybody that has been supportive over the years, I want to thank. And kind of took us to where we are now.
That's cool.
Yes, sir.
That's cool, dude. Yeah, I mean, I think I have a different. I think I knew about you before you know about me, because you were a friend of my uncle's. They're around your age group and whatnot. So they would get their cars tinted with him, and they always kind of drew my attention. They take this fishbowl car and they'd come back looking like a limo presidential ass car. So I'm like, bro, that's cool. I kind of want to do that. And I remember I have a scar right here, and it's because I was playing with film. I was playing with a sharp ass knife, and I slipped and I cut myself. But long story short, I started tinting my family's vehicles, and then when I started tinting for the public, I don't know, I felt some type of way because I knew Ricky, and I knew he had his business, and I didn't want to, I guess offend him in some type of way. So I asked him, I'm like, hey, bro, I'm be tinting cars. Would you cut some film for me or whatever? And at first I just kind of told him that just to kind of tell him that I was tinting, but I was still going to AutoZone or whatnot, buying most of my film there. But he taught me a lot. I never knew how to shrink film. I learned a lot from him, and I'm still learning from him today. So I appreciate him, and what he said about me, that makes everybody feel good, dude. Somebody telling you got good work ethic and whatnot.
For sure,
it feels good, bro. Puts a smile on your face, and I appreciate him being my boss and whatnot. He's the best boss I had yet.
I think that's one of the things that you can spot pretty easy too in a person is work ethic sometimes.
Work ethic, yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
You moved on to tinting commercial stuff too, right? Not just vehicles as well.
Yeah,
or what?
yep. I think we started
Like-
back in, I want to say 2019, 2020.
Doing bit.
That's when we started kind of doing, well, we had done some work back in 2013 and 14. I remember doing one of my very first ones was Central Meat Market, which I actually want to give a shout out to Joey Myers from Sturgis Auto Bath. He kind of introduced me to the big game, you know. And Central Meat Market was one of the first ones that we did.
Oh, that's cool.
GT Independence was another ones of the first ones that we did. So
Yeah, man, that's pretty crazy because it's just like you start with cars, you move on to houses, businesses, buildings. Do you see yourself one day like just keeping on like with the tinting? I guess I should say like till retirement. I guess
I definitely,
because
man,
it's
I think,
like a pretty good business.
I
that
think
you got
RVs, and I
here,
think Kai
definitely,
can
like-
kind of agree with me a little bit on that. I think RVs is not for everyone, you know. And there's gonna be a point where we just get tired. Our body gets tired, you know. Getting up at 3:30 in the morning. I don't know about you, Kai, but I get tired sometimes, you know.
I don't know how you do it, man. I tell him nearly every week, dude, bro, how do you do it? He goes, does the same RV job I'm doing, and then comes back and works more hours than I do.
That's
I
pretty
come
wild.
in, I do my shift. I'll do like 3, 4, maybe 5 hours sometimes with him, and he'll be there before me and after me. Sometimes going to bed at 8, 9. Those late nights you got like at 10, 11
Oh,
p.m.,
yeah.
dude,
Yeah,
and still getting up at 3 p.m. This dude's crazy.
3 a.m.
3 a.m.
Yeah, no,
like-
it's kind of crazy to think, you know, but I think our mind is so strong, our mindset,
Yeah.
where if you have a vision, you know, it's gonna take work. You know what I mean? It's gonna definitely take work, and hopefully one day we'll get there. We'll be able to quit that, you know.
RV
So
life.
like, I mean, not necessarily like the people that want to start like a tinning business, but you know, do you have any like advice to like younger kids that want to start like their own business or whatnot?
Sure
Like,
thing, man.
because
I think
like, you know, it was like a step for you to actually like start putting in the time and like you said, the work ethic to like make this business happen. It doesn't just happen overnight. You have to put like years into it and like continue to work and like see the vision throughout.
I
So do you
think,
have like any advice for the younger kids?
consistency, man. Consistency is a big one, you know. There's plenty of times where I thought about just closing doors and just kind of keeping that, you know, the RV job and just coming home and have a free time. But I think consistency is definitely an important one. Work ethic is a big one too. I mean, ever since I was
Yeah.
little, I think my parents have taught us to grind hard, you know,
Yeah.
go reach them goals and keep your head up, you know. And sometimes we fall down, but you got to get up and keep going. So
Were you born here in the?
I wasn't. No. I
Where
was
were you born, bro?
Born in Morelia, Michoacan.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah.
down in Mexico, and yeah, moved here when I was 9.
9.
9 years
Okay.
old, yeah.
So how was that like transition? That's interesting because like I moved to I was born and raised in the Philippines till I was 10, and then I moved to Las Vegas,
Okay.
and then I moved here. But like, you know, like coming from a place that's like so much different, and like you said, you know, you come out broke out of that place, especially when you move out of there and like come to another country. Like, how is that? Like, how do you see like the differences between like cultures or like you know having to go through that like different life?
Pretty much like having to start school here, having to learn English type stuff. Like, I guess just getting accustomed to this whole new world.
Yeah,
That you
like,
just
how did you
got
transition, bro? Because
Man,
I
I
knew
tell
I was
you,
like
it's-
different, bro. I barely knew how to speak English, bro.
Yeah. Same here, man. I think we were all in that same boat. Anybody that has immigrated here at a young age or like you and I, you know, close to 10
Yeah.
years old, it's definitely a rough startup. I think the biggest hit we take as immigrants when you come to a different country and kind of start up around that age is definitely your circle of friends. You know, all of a sudden you come out and you lose all your friends and everybody that you have built a relationship since you were kids, and you come out to a place where you don't know anybody. You know, I think I was blessed enough to my classmates and everybody that I met in 5th grade when I came was pretty pretty welcoming and made a big difference on coming over. And the language barrier, I mean, it's obviously exactly that, a barrier for a short period of time, but eventually we
picked it up.
We picked it up.
Yeah. Because
especially at like a younger age,
Yeah, bro.
you
for
pick
sure.
up things a lot quicker.
You
lot
pick
quicker.
it up, and I remember sitting at a table sometimes and just not knowing what the heck they were talking about, you know.
Yeah.
And it just kind of pushes you and makes you hungry, you know, makes you hungry of learning and trying to get better.
So
every day,
you
I
got
guess.
married when you were 19. Did you like, was that right out of high school? Were you in high school when you were 19? Like when you got
No,
married, or
it was
how'd that happen? Like, did you end up going to college at all, or anything
so
like that?
my wife and I, Lucy and I, we started dating my sophomore year.
Yeah.
And she's a couple years older than I, but that's when we started dating. I was a sophomore back then. She was already graduated. But yeah, we dated for a couple years, and I think at 19, we got married at 19, and then from there, just the rest is history, you know.
So you have kids, right?
That's right. We got three beautiful girls.
How old were you when you had your first kid?
I was 21 when I had my first
21.
kid.
Our age right now, man.
Yeah, your age. Pretty wild, isn't it? I was a kid, you know.
Yeah.
But I remember I went to Glen Oaks for probably 2 semesters.
Okay.
Yep, and then obviously the duties of the family kind of
Made it difficult.
made it difficult. So
Did you ever think about college?
yeah, I
Like,
did.
Growing up.
I think I did grow up. I always wanted to be a doctor. You know, I wanted to get into medicine. That was a big.
I feel like that's like such a, like, if you're coming from a different country, you want the best
Yeah,
high
dude.
paying job, right? Like a doctor, a
Everybody,
lawyer.
everybody wants to be a doctor.
You know, like,
Everybody wants to
it's
be a
so
doctor.
funny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Then what? How come you didn't pursue that, or what made you? You
Yeah,
know,
just
do tinting instead.
life, I guess. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. No. I think part of the reason was being getting married so soon. You know, you fall in love and at times I guess you don't you kind of forget about yourself a little bit. You know, and you try and just move forward with things. And I mean, I probably could have done it.
Yeah.
I would have wanted it, you know, but obviously I think the RV industry around our area, I think you can kind of relate to, Kai, is the pain, you know, the pay on that is it's crazy, man. I remember I used to work for Sturgis Bank and Trust. I worked there for almost 3 years, and
Doing what exactly?
I was
at
a
the bank?
CSR2,
Okay.
which is a customer service representative, and you know, I loved it, man. The environment was amazing. I loved it there. I did a internship there when I was in high school, and then when I graduated, I went full time there. My first year at 18, and it was amazing. But obviously, the RV industry around here, you know, kind of takes over.
That's like kind of the similar story, because when I was how long? Even just like a year or two ago, I was going to college in KVCC. I went there when I graduated out of high school, and then, you know, I was going for business accounting, and then, you know, the RVs took over. I was living and working in Middlebury, bro. So just driving, waking up at 2 a.m.
That's crazy, man.
And I did that for a while, and then I worked at Coachman for a minute, Jayco, and then, not there anymore, but yeah.
The RV industry is closing up though. It's weeding out.
It's time to do something
all
else.
the
Weeding
schools.
out everyone, huh?
Bad, yeah. Everyone's
It's just like I work part time, man, at a fucking RV place. Yeah. That's
No
how
lie.
it is. We're part time workers right now. Yeah.
I think eventually,
Get
I
her,
think it's coming. You know, I think we're eventually gonna crash, and I mean everything that goes up has to come down sooner or later. So
Yeah.
I think we've been at a stated rate for so long, you know, that I mean, God forbid, you know, but I think it's coming sometime soon.
you got any plans in case it does crash? Like, per se, the RV is just shut down. You know, dealers stop taking orders, and there's no need for RVs no more.
That's a great question, Kai. I think we've been prepping ourselves for a long time. But I think specifically for that, I don't think anybody of us are fully prepped yet. So we'll kind of have to play it out and see how.
Is there like anything other than like, because you have a family, you do RVs, you do your business, and is there anything other than that like that you find, joy in or?
Yeah, dude. There's a couple things out there, but mainly my main focus, would be my business.
Yeah.
Going full time with, which we're kind of full time. I want to say, we almost work like it pretty much. Just focusing on the window tint, the paint protection film, the ceramic coatings, and I think it's just an important step to take. So.
Is that like, cause I'm not really like familiar. Is there any other places here that really do paint protection film or ceramic coating or, like what does it look like out here when it comes to what you do?
Mm-hmm.
How's the competition look around
How's
in
the
the area?
competition?
In the Michiana area.
Michiana area.
Not even competition, bro. How's like the business around here,
Yeah, no, for sure. I think there's definitely a few installers that have great skills out there.
Yep.
That do kind of a very similar, kind of similar work as what we do. And yeah, I don't think nobody's competition out here really. I think we're all in the industry here together.
Yeah.
And there's plenty of vehicles, plenty of residential stuff, and there's plenty of bread out there.
Yeah.
They get short. So, but no, they all do a great job. I think we all try and provide, which is the main focus on it. So, yes.
And Ricky's being real humble. He bring up that 5-star. The 5-star on what's it called on Google?
A 5-star
Five-star
review
rating.
Oh, the
Yeah.
5-star rating.
rating.
Yeah, we got some
Hell
Google
yeah.
reviews out there. I feel very blessed with people that have. I think we got like 300 and something 5-star reviews on Google, and over the years, I think we worked hard for that, too.
How do you maintain that like high quality customer service? Like there's a reason as to why you have 5. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I get you.
So
That's a tricky one, but at the same time, it's an easy question because I feel like it's in our blood. My parents were they were always customer service. They used to have what we called under a papeleria, which is kind of like an office depot. I don't know. I guess I don't know how to.
I know what you mean.
okay, like
They got a whole lot of stuff, man.
Yeah, just
whole lot of stuff.
whole lot of office stuff and schooling supplies and all that stuff. So growing up, I mean, I grew up on that papeleria,
Yeah.
As kids, we would come to the papeleria from school, and mom and dad had to work, So instead of going home, sometimes we would just spend our evenings there, and
At the
I
store.
would get to just watch and learn,
Yeah.
And a lot of times as kids, we don't realize it, but we're absorbing everything, We're
Yeah, that's
we're
crazy.
catching things, and
I was gonna say, like, do you feel like that us like being involved around all that stuff like helps us later in life, or like does it affect us?
I think it can go both ways, honestly. Experience and just convert it, and use it to your advantage. For example, me right now, I've kind of learned my way from that, and then of course being at the bank gave me a lot of experience too with customer service. So
Yeah, like working at the bank, dude.
yeah, it's crazy.
Everybody has options. Like he said, he was one of them kids that had to go to the shop to work with his parents. He's seen them other kids having fun. He didn't have to stay with his parents. He could have gone out there and had some fun too. At least I hope. I don't know if they had him back there. Gotta sit here, watch him learn.
No, we had a blast all the time.
But it's what drew his interest, I feel like, and that's just how it is. Work drew my interest, money drew my interest. Streets, not so much.
Mm-hmm. Do you have a lot of like family here?
We're small. We're a single family generation
Okay.
here.
Okay.
Mom and dad kind of my dad has a history here in the United States. He was up in Alaska for many years. He was a fisherman, and then he used to pick strawberries up in
Strawberries.
California for many years too. And then eventually we ended up here in Michigan, and So now we're a first generation family here in the United States so
That's pretty cool. Like, like having the parents that actually put the work ethic and that they did like out there. Bro.
Dude, it's crazy to think like me as an adult right now, I kind of picture myself and I see my kids and I think we're very blessed, and I can't picture myself just moving away and leaving everything that I have. So props to my parents, for taking that big decision and leaving their family business out there and bringing us out here for a better life. So
do you have like any tips for like, cause you're a father, dude, to like three daughters, right?
Yeah, 3 daughters, man. Yeah.
And do you have like any tips to any of the fathers out there?
And any future fathers? It seems like
Or
a trend
any
right now,
future
right?
fathers,
Everyone's
right?
getting pregnant.
Everyone's getting pregnant. And you said you were 21 when you had your first kid. No, I'm just kidding. I'm not having
It's
any.
best of the advice I can have is just be patient. It's definitely a learning experience. I don't think we as parents, we don't get a manual book where it can tells you hey, do this, do that. So we try and do the best as parents, and I think we'll get there. Yeah, I mean, Kai, you got a little girl, bro. How is it?
Yeah, she's 4 now, and it's definitely, obviously it's gonna impact your life, but it changes your life completely. I mean, it's awesome. Personally, I love my daughter.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of people don't like being around their kids. Why? It's cool, bro. Enjoy your kids. They're not gonna be. They're gonna like a little mini you. Enjoy them while they're young. At one point they're gonna be like, "Fuck you, dad," or "Fuck you, mom." They're not gonna want to hang out with you or whatever. Enjoy your kids. Take care of them.
Take care of them, for sure.
They might have to take care of you one day. You don't know.
Right.
How
about you, Diego? You got any kids?
Yeah, are you gonna?
No kids right now.
Are you
In the
gonna have any
lifetime,
soon?
dude, in my lifetime, I'm trying to have like 8 kids.
8 kids, yeah.
At least, just to leave a legacy, you know what I mean?
Sure
just to leave a lot of things. No, as can see, it would be nice, to have half and half, like 4 boys and 4 girls, but you never know.
That's true.
Yeah,
you
like
never know.
this
Like
guy, bro. Like I know, like
girls,
if I have a kid, I mean, you can't control it or whatnot.
Yeah, that's
but
true.
like, I would at least want to have like a boy, and like 3 daughters, bro. Like
crazy,
Jesus,
isn't
like
it?
dude,
Well, I got a funny story. Listen,
like
so
it's different, bro. Like
when,
honestly, let me ask you.
so we had our 2 daughters, Vanessa, our oldest, and Alondra. And with my youngest, with Sophia, I remember talking to my wife, and we were kind of undecided, but we're like, all right, we'll give it a shot. So, yeah. So we were talking about, if we had a 3rd one, and if it was a boy, then we would, obviously I wanted a boy. I think all of us guys, we usually,
All guys,
especially as Mexicans, I
Definitely,
think in the
bro,
back of our head,
definitely.
we're thinking, hey, let's have, gotta have a boy.
It has to be a boy first, man. I don't know.
But no, dude, God gave us another girl, so we felt blessed, and that's when we decided, that was it. 3 girls, and pretty awesome. So, how about you, Kai? Anytime that when you had your girl, bro, what was your feeling?
You're done with.
First, no, I'm not done, but at first, I was shocked. I was young. I was 19. I was a bit young. I wasn't exactly married with the baby mama. I'm not with her now, but it's. I don't know what to say about that. That's
Pretty
a
cool
tricky question.
experience, though, isn't it?
It's a cool experience. It's an amazing experience that I would definitely not take back. I'd do it again, but
Especially girls, man. I think girls are they're just cute, man. You come home and they'll come out running looking for you, and I feel personally like sometimes with my mom and dad, I think us guys tend to get away a little bit more because of work or whatever it may be, and girls are always kind of there. So
they're always daddy's girl, and you don't see that. I think every dude, or not every dude, but for the most part I meet, they always want kids. Like, if you were to have a kid, what would you want first, a boy or a girl? A boy, and that's how I was. And then I had my daughter, and then I'm like, damn, I don't know if I would have wanted a boy now. It's crazy. It's fun. It's
That's
fun
'cause
having a kid.
I just feel like you will never know exactly until like you have a kid, I guess. I mean, I just can't speak on it because I don't have kids yet. Christian can't.
Yeah, I'm too young.
you guys are young,
Yeah,
man.
it's 'cause
Yeah, I'm too young.
Do you plan on having kids, Riego?
No, not anytime soon, bro.
And just in general, what's your
But I do
what's
plan
your
to have
finalizing picture? You know, do you picture yourself with the family or wife?
at least
or
4
just
kids, bro.
4
At
kids.
least 4.
At least 4 kids.
1 wife, 2 wives.
But I don't know. I'm getting on that age, like getting that age to where it's like
Start looking.
I gotta start.
Nah, bro, I don't think there's a perfect time. I think there's always plenty of time. You know, there's more time than anything else out there, and there'll be a time.
Yeah, and like I mean, I don't want to. I feel like a dick asking it, like, but was it more like an accidental, or was it like, you know, like you planned to have kids at this time, or were you like, you know, you found out and you were just like okay with it?
Yeah, well, I always vision myself having kids young, you know.
Yeah.
So when I met, we had done. I mean, Lucy and I met each other in school.
Yeah, because you
growing
guys
up,
have been like together for a while.
yeah,
then, too.
yeah,
so.
it's been a while. So I think you know when that time is right, you know.
Yeah.
So for us, no, it was kind of we weren't married yet, obviously, but no, I kind of say we planned it, we thought about it, but we weren't like expecting it at the time. It's kind of like that, but no, I think there isn't a perfect timing, you know. I think it's just a blessing from God anytime that it comes, and yeah, we're happy.
I know that it gets hard, like once you have like kids and stuff, you know, but like, how do you like manage to like still do business work and all this stuff, like I mean, you gotta provide for the kids, but even some like fathers out there don't seem to do the minimal for
Yeah, it's
their
hard,
family.
man. It really is hard trying to manage time, but no, you always find it, you know.
Yeah.
As a parent, I think there's always time. You know, you go home and you still got to do homework. You know, you still got to read. Still got to spend time with them, and I think it's really important for them too. The kids, you know, ask them how their day was, and you know,
You find it more fun that rather than like, cause you know, like working and stuff, it's like you're putting in the hours and it's like, oh, I'm here, like, hey, get shit done. Like being with your kids, it's more like time just flies, right?
Exactly, dude. And I props to Kai, man. I respect this guy so much because there would be times where we would be just so busy. Hey, thanks. We would be so busy at the shop, and Kai would just be like, "Hey, man, I want to take off. You know, I want to spend some time with my girl. I'm gonna go pick her up or something." And I'm like, "Man, dude, I wish I had more of that in me sometimes."
Yeah.
So props to that guy. That's what's up, man.
I don't know, like, I don't want to say this in a dickish way, but you gotta prioritize. Yeah, I mean, I love chasing money. You know, everybody loves money, but like I said earlier, my daughter's not gonna be that little cute kid for forever. She's gonna grow up, and at one point, I don't know. Hopefully, she never says "fuck you" to me, but I'm not gonna be surprised with nowadays generation. Fuck you, Dad. I don't want to be with you. No, I enjoy.
Kids are crazy.
Hopefully, the
nowadays.
future generation is better, dude.
Hopefully,
So you're how
crazy.
old is your kid?
she's
Kai?
4.
So
she's turning 5 in June.
she don't say fuck you yet, Dad.
No, she doesn't say any cuss words.
Both of our daughters
she's bilingual.
Yeah,
You
we're
got
Sophie
3.
and they're about the same age, right?
Yeah, so yeah.
They like how
2 months
old?
difference.
Are
2
they in
months
school?
difference, yeah. So
Damn.
Kai has brought her Yvette over a couple times with Sophie, and they have a great time, dude. They're pretty awesome kids.
As like a dad, I know, like, I mean, I don't know, like my dad was like, my parents were like overprotective as fuck when I was like young, obviously. So like, especially having daughters, like when you get to that point where they're like, I don't know, 13, 14,
teenage
15,
years?
16, or like being
Early
in high
teens.
school and stuff, like how do you find like the way to manage that stuff? Like how do you tell your kids to not do this, not do that, or
You can't, bro. I'm a firm believer that you can't, you know.
but how do you guide them?
Well, I
You
think the most
obviously
important
can.
thing is
It's like a person, but
not to guide them when they're teenagers, you know.
yeah,
I think guidance starts, and that's just from a personal level, you know.
Yeah.
Everybody's is different, but I think guidance starts from a young age, you know, as kids.
as kids,
I think if we can properly guide them and teach them now, hopefully by the time they're teenagers and they got to make those decisions, they have good morals from us, and they have a good relationship with mom and dad, to where if anything were to happen, they can trust us, and
Yeah.
we can be friends more than more than a mom and a dad sometimes.
Yeah.
You know, because sometimes that's what happens as teenagers. You know, you
Yeah.
get into that age. I mean, I think we've all been there.
Yeah.
Where you always need a friend. You know?
Yeah.
So hopefully I can be that friend for my daughters one day, and,
Yeah.
and mom can too. So
That's cool.
I don't know what Kai thinks. You know, what's your perspective on that?
I mean, I think you hear
These
right
kids
on
are
the-
wild nowadays, bro. Like,
They
the
are,
shit that
dude.
I be hearing, like, bro, I just
Yeah.
can't, bro. I can't imagine having
They're
a kid in
wild.
the school system when shit like that I hear around is like going on.
No, I think Ricky hit it right on the head. Just be a good role model. You know, be a good person. And be a person. You make your kids say, you know, I want to be like my dad when I grow up.
Yeah.
You know, you see your dad walk around everywhere. You know, say hi to everyone. He takes care of his stuff. He's got not a worry in the world. You know, he does this all without doing a wrong in the world. Why wouldn't you want to be like that?
That's dope. Like, how do you like? Cause how old are you now?
I'm 30.
You're 30.
I'm the big 30. I turned 30 in November.
Do you have like any siblings and stuff?
I do. Yeah, I come from a family of 6.
Okay.
I have a older brother, an older sister, 2 younger brothers. Yeah.
So you're not the youngest or the oldest.
Yeah, I'm kind of the middle one there.
Yeah.
You know. Yeah, I'm kind of the middle
It's
guy
crazy
there.
because like, how old's your like oldest?
My oldest is 40, I think. Yeah.
Dude, that's crazy because like that's like one thing that I can't relate to with any other guys here. But like, dude, I have a brother that's freaking 41.
Yeah.
The oldest one's 41, dude.
But dude, believe it or not, like it's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
In a way,
dope.
you know.
Yeah,
It's dope because you can always call your older brother, and there's
some, like,
always gonna be
advices,
an
tips or
advice for
something,
you,
yeah.
you know. And props to my brother Juan because he's always been caring, you know,
Yeah.
for all of us, and yeah, dude, there's always an advice out there that he can give and provide you with, you know, and listen to you and tell you what's right, what's wrong sometimes, and which is kind of cool, you know. You get a different perspective in life from someone that has already lived a little bit more than you.
yeah, longer than you. I
pretty
feel
cool.
like I relate to that too because even when I talk to my brother, like he just be. It's like we'll talk about something, but it always ends up like giving an advice somehow.
Yeah, man,
right?
for sure. It's
funny.
pretty
A
awesome.
little lecture.
Yeah.
A little lecture never hurts.
How do you how do you get advice to your like I don't know, I'm just cutting out now.
What's the big idea?
This is good. No, man. Nah, there's another thing I was gonna ask you, Ricky. Do you tint a lot of like campers or RVs, like big old units type stuff, like?
Do you believe
for
it
the
or
summer?
not?
'Cause
It's RV industry is so many of them. There's so many of them, and it's a market that I haven't really thought about getting into. But it'd be interesting. It'd be interesting to come out and, you know,
Why
yeah, it's
not?
because like
I guess never thought about it.
is
a
it
lot
like
of
a
them
heavy-
they already come like with like a little bit of tint, but you know it's not.
Yeah, it's
you know,
just
it's not like
Imagine just like
just
a,
privacy glass, I think, is what it's called.
but
like it blacked out.
Yeah, get it blacked out.
What's your favorite thing to work on at the shop? What's the like from tinting to paint protection to ceramic coating? What would you say
Yeah,
like
what's
you enjoy
your,
doing?
Yeah, what's your favorite?
I think tinting, man. There's something about tint. I just enjoy it, you know. I think, or maybe it's just kind of growing on me over the last 10, 12 years. But yeah, tint for sure. I think paint protection film is great. I love working on PPF just because we do a lot of brand new cars, you know.
Yeah.
And it's always nice to work on some nice cars, and ceramic coatings is amazing too. But I think window tint would be the ideal.
To go on top of that, like, what's your like? Because you do these services, but you get all types of characters and clients, right?
Oh yeah,
So-
we get them all.
What's your favorite and what's your worst?
My
Like the
favorite and my
clients.
worst. Man, I tell you what, I've seen customers come in, and I can tell they've had a bad day, you know.
Yeah,
And I think you'd be surprised how many times we can change that.
yeah,
You know, because you get a customer every now and then, and I'm sure every business can relate to this. where a customer comes in a little bit, just kind of has had a rough day, and you give him this, hey, how are you?
Yeah, and it puts a smile on their face.
Just a smile on your face, man, and just that smile on your face, it changes their perspective and the way they're gonna say the next sentence to you. And then of course we always get customers that are thankful for that. So
I think that's like one thing that I like that resonated me with you, because like the first time meeting you were so like upbeat, uplifting. I'm like, damn, this guy's chill, dude.
Great energy, great persona.
Yeah,
appreciate it, man. Thank you. I think a lot of people probably I don't know, but I've always liked to stay positive in the most worst situation it may be. I mean, if it's just if you can smile at life, man, I mean,
yeah,
why not? So pretty cool.
Yeah, you want to give the podcast a little commercial? I was per se someone that doesn't know you and they just met you. What services do you offer? What can you offer? What can you do for me?
Yeah, sure thing. So Eclipse Window Tint and PPF does exactly that. We do window tint, we do PPF, we do commercial, residential, automotive. We come out and tint a lot of offices too. We've done quite a bit of offices. We do ceramic coatings, paint corrections, and I mean, I don't think there is anything out there that a customer has asked that we haven't done for them. So even if it's something that we may not necessarily offer, and the customer wants it done while the vehicle is there, we try and help them out too. Unless it's something crazy, like body work or God knows something off the hooks there. But no, I think we try and be pretty good for the most part with everyone. So.
And where can people find you? Where do they contact you? Or what?
Yep. So you can Google us at Eclipse Window Tint in Sturgis. You can find us on our Facebook page. And or call us at 269-625-8899. So Riego's got that shirt, right there.
Repping.
He's repping right there.
repping out here. So yeah, it's been good having you here, Ricky.
Appreciate it, man.
I hope that like you, because it's still, this year is still pretty fresh. We're just stepping into February now.
Mm-hmm.
And so I hope you, your family, and your business continue to do well, bro.
Thank you.
And yeah.
It's been an honor, guys. I really appreciate the invite, and I feel humbled to be out here with you. And Riego, you do amazing work, man. I'm
just having a conversation.
Yeah,
man.
it's pretty cool.
Yeah,
Step away from work a little bit.
That's what I was gonna say. A little
Chilling
change
talk,
every time we meet. We're just work.
That's right. Every time we do meet, it's just work.
Yeah. So.
No, it's kind of cool to just be out here chilling with you guys. And
yeah.
Yes, sir.
It's been awesome, man.
Yeah, it's been your 20th episode. Do your little
20th episode. Work by day, 500 gram podcast by night, all day. And that's every day.
And see you guys next week. And yeah, we'll probably see you with the vlog. Watch the vlog.
Watch the blog.
Watch the vlog, everybody. See you.
Peace out. Kai's out.
Peace out.
Rick is out.
FIFA Pimp is out. And I guess Ian is out.
Eon's out.
Ian is out.
Eon's out. Peace out, everyone.